Alright, come to me.
Alright.
Mate, have you got anything on you that you shouldn't have?
No, there's no weapons or nothing.
Right.
Right, do you just want to undo your coat? Have you armed yourself?
Yeah.
You have?
Have you stabbed yourself, mate?
I can see blood on your hands.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Just my chest, 4 inches in with a bread knife.
Can we have a look?
Yeah, and one on the stomach. I bled quite.
Right, do you want
to take?
Yeah.
Can we go down
No, just stay there.
I just don't want to be in front of everyone.
Alright, just go on the corner.
Just walking wounded at the minute.
Alright, stand here. Stay here.
Right,
so
we told you, I know what's going to happen to you now, mate.
Well, I know it's going to happen when you go to prison, obviously, again.
Why, what have you done? Have you done something to anyone else?
Yeah.
What have you done?
I've murdered 4 people.
07:47 hours, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Your arrest is necessary to protect you from harm, to prevent your disappearance, for a prompt and effective investigation. Okay? We're going to get you up, we're going to put you in the back of the van.
Damien Bendall has had a long and disturbing history, along with being a violent man. He's had multiple run-ins with the law, and at the time of the incident, he had already recorded more than a decade of charges and convictions on his record. On his final day as a free man, he went and committed a crime so terrible that he would become one of Britain's most hated criminals and be handed the harshest sentence possible under the current UK law. This video walks you through the tragic life of Damien Bendall and the lives he took through his actions. Welcome back to Something in the Shadows. My name is Tyler, and today I'm diving into the gruesome story of Damien Bendall. This was defined as the Killamarsh murders. In the evening of the 18th of September 2021, Damien Bendall murdered his partner Terri Harris, her 2 children, Lacey and John Paul Bennett, as well as Lacey's friend Connie Gent, at a residential property on Chandos Crescent in Killamarsh, Derbyshire. This is an outer suburb of Sheffield, South Yorkshire. He also raped Lacey as she was dying. After being arrested the next morning, Bendall was charged with 4 counts of murder, and later rape of a girl under 13 in connection with the incident. He pleaded guilty to all charges and was sentenced to a whole life prison term on the 21st of December 2022. Based on phone evidence, it is estimated that the murder spree had occurred shortly after 2100 or 9 o'clock local time on the 18th of September 2021. According to prosecutors at that time, the children were preparing to go to bed while Bendall was trying to contact his drug dealer for cocaine. Bendall had killed his pregnant partner Terri Harris, her children Lacey and John Paul Bennett, as well as Lacey's friend Connie Gent, who was staying there for a sleepover, by striking them with a claw hammer over their head. He'd also raped Lacey as she was dying from her head injuries. After committing the murders, Bendall ordered a taxi and went to Sheffield to exchange John's Xbox for drugs. Police officers from the Derbyshire Constabulary attended to reports of a disturbance at a residential property on Chandos Crescent, close to Killamarsh Town Centre, at 700 hours local time, or 7 a.m., on the 19th of September 2021. Bendall had also called 911 himself, saying that he would need police and an ambulance because he killed 4 people. Arriving at the property at 7:30 in the morning, officers found Bendall outside with self-inflicted stab wounds on his chest and stomach from a bread knife. Bendall told the officers he knew he would be going to prison again, and when asked what he had done, calmly responded with, "I've murdered 4 people." The officers then entered the property where they located the remains of victims. Subsequently, Bendall was arrested under the suspicion of murder. On the 22nd of September 2021, Bendall was charged with 4 counts of murder and later rape of a girl under 13 in connection with the incident. He admitted to all charges and was sentenced by Mr. Justice Sweeney to a whole life prison term on the 21st of December 2022. Now, there are multiple issues with this case to begin with. There were failings at every stage of the probationary period for his previous offenses. These failings meant that Damien Bendall was deemed suitable to live with his pregnant partner, Terry Harris, and her 2 children, who obviously he then killed together with another child. He could have instead been sent to prison when he was sentenced for arson just months before the murder. The relatives of the victims are said to be shocked by the failings. The Chief Inspector of Probation, Justin Russell, said that he had spoken to them personally. "I think shocked and upset would be the summary," he said, describing how they reacted to the findings of an independent serious further offense SFO review. "I've met with the parents of Terry, her ex-partner, and also the parents of Connie Gent. I think all of them were shocked by what he had found." Bendall murdered Miss Harris, who was pregnant with his child, at the home in Killamarsh in September of 21, along with killing her children. The 32-year-old was jailed for murder and rape in December, but the judge giving him a whole life order. Mr. Russell described this case as deeply concerning. The probation service assessments and management of Bendall at every stage, from initial court report to his supervision in the community, was of an unacceptable standard and fell far below what was required. What are these unacceptable failings? Bendall had previous convictions for violent offenses, a former partner had made allegations of domestic abuse against him, and Wiltshire Police's Child Sexual Exploitation Unit had made multiple inquiries about him with the probation service. Probation practitioners should take account of this sort of intelligence when assessing potential risks of serious harm, but this does not appear to have happened in this case, said Mr. Russell. In a statement issued by the Ministry of Justice, Prison and Probation Minister Damien Hines said the Chief Probation Officer has apologized to the victims' families for unacceptable failings in this case, and disciplinary action has been taken against 2 of their members of staff. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.